Today we'll discuss. Am I audible? Am I audible to you? Yes or no?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Good afternoon. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay. Then fine. So today we'll start next chapter, chapter 5 in the book. You can see. So there, the chapter name is scope. So this is again very easy chapter and not much concept are there. I mean, a small chapter it is again. Okay. So what are the contents? So we'll see visualization in Python tutor, then objects and object IDs, and then namespaces and a scope. So first is visualization of example 1 in Python tutor. So each object in Python is assigned a unique identifier, or you can say ID. Okay. So each object in Python is assigned a unique ID or identifier that can be accessed using the function ID. Okay. So short form of identifier is ID. So like see, visit the following website. So everyone type this www.pythontutor.com. I will click on it, so I will directly go to that page. So everyone type in your system. So you have to share because you have to do online in this chapter. You have to do in that pythontutor.com only. You have to visualize the program, what they are doing, what is the IDs, and how they are executing. So if I click here, www.pythontutor.com. So okay, let's read this program. Then I will go there. So click on edit this code. Then after entering, so let's enter. Okay. So actually, I already have this, but yeah. So it is opening this visualize code execution. Everyone getting the same page after typing this, going to that website pythontutor.com.
Yes, sir.
So you have to go to the website pythontutor.com.
Yes, sir. Getting the same page.
Yes, so this page you will be getting. So what it is saying, so you can read this. Okay, let's see what is saying. So visualize code execution. Okay, so Python tutor helps people to overcome a fundamental barrier to learning programming, understanding what happens as a computer runs each line of code. You can use it to write Python, Java, C++, JavaScript, or Ruby code in your web browser and see it execution visualized step by step. Okay. So these are things. So how we visualize? So I will do it later on. So you want to visualize something else, so you just go on edit this code. So this is already written. So we'll write our code and then we'll visualize that. Okay. So here you can see there are two arrows. One is green, one is red. So green arrow means line that just executed, and red arrow will indicate next line to execute. So I will edit this code. Okay. And I will write something new code. So you remove it. You write your own any code. So let me write one. What do you want? Okay. So let us take A as 1, B as 2, C as 3, suppose, and D is equal to A plus B. Or you can write like yeah, A plus B, or you can write 1 plus 3 or 1 plus 2. Okay. So if I print, so I'm typing in that. Okay. So suppose print A, comma, ID of A. So it will print A and ID of A, identifier of A. ID is a unique number. Okay. So let's make graph. You can also write it. Go to the website, then edit that code, edit it, then you write your own code. So you also write the same what I'm writing, because you will also be able to see what I'm doing. Then you may print b. Okay, so slash c I'm using just to give space. Okay, so let me run it. You will first you type it, then you will visualize execution. Okay, so you can see there, one is a box there. Box will print output. Okay, and here is frame and object. So after this, you can write next. So next is, you can see there are two arrows, green and red arrow. So green arrow is indicating it is written the meaning, line that just executed, and red means the next line to execute. You just click next. So see, this line is executed, a is equal to 1. So that's why you can see here a is equal to 1, a is assigned value 1. Next I will do, then b is equal to 2, it is also executed. Next line, so c is equal to 3. Next line, d is equal to 3, because 1 plus 2 it was there. Next, it's a printing. So printing printing part will be here. So like 1 is the value of a, and this is the id of a. Okay, let us next. 2, 2 is value of b and the id of this. So you can notice 1 and 2 have different ids, right? 3 has id ending with 72. So what do you think? Okay, so let next step will be, this last line will be executed. So my question to you is, can you guess? So what do you think, c and d will have same id or different id? So id of c is here. Okay, so value of c is 3 and id is this. So what do you think? Think d will have same id than c, or what?
It's a different ID.
So different.
Why do you think so?
So because D is doing a operation and C is storing the value.
Okay, let's check. Actually, variable is assigned the same value, so it will execute same thing. Check. So C and D will have same IDs, but your answer is correct in general. I'm saying this is not always true that the two variable assigned same value will give always same IDs. But actually, in case of integer, it happens, or below 100 mostly. So you take two variable, assign same value, you find the IDs, they will give you same answer if they are integer less than 100. If you take fractions, okay, let me run it again. Let me edit it again. So what did you see? I just wrote a code and then I showed you the execution one line by line. So where every variable has some unique ID. Okay, so we have printed A and then IDs of A. Here frames in the global frame. So you know the term will come in later on, global variable and local variable in this chapter at the end. So this term will come global and local. So you also know the meaning. It's a general meaning. Like in English, local means nearby and global means all. So that the same sense is here also. So we'll see there. So just I was taking, okay, the my I want to edit this code. So see, let us take few more variable. E is equal to I take 3.4, f is equal to I take 3.4 only. Okay, and let us write print e comma slash t comma id of e, print f comma slash t id of f. Okay, so now my question will be, okay, let me run this, visualize the execution again. So next, so first line executed, a is 1. Next, second line executed, b is 2. Third line executed, c is 3. Fourth line executed, d is 3. Fifth line executed, e is 3.4. Sixth line executed, f is 3.4. Seventh line executed, so print will come here in the box. Okay, variable assignment is here, so variable and values here are here in frames, and these objects will show functions, so they are just variables, so it is here. So seventh line executed, executed eighth line, executed ninth line, executed 10th line, okay, executed 11th line. My question now to you is, so see this 3.4 is the value of e, and right side you see the number ending with 80 is the id of e. So my question to you again, guess what will be, f will have the same id or different id?
So different.
Yeah, I think I expect the same different, so let's see what it gives. Oh, but unfortunately it is giving same. Okay, so I will do something different. So here it is giving same again. Okay, but it's not in general for the, it will happen. So like I can show you. So I was running it.
So,
Yes, yes.
since we are initializing in variables, means in different variables, so it should get different IDs, that's it?
Yes, but it is giving same. So I'm not doing anything from my side. We are just doing. You can see I'm running
Yes,
on
sir. Yes, sir.
Python tutor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So okay, but I want to give the confidence that I tried. So let's see. Yes, look here. So I assigned as 5.4. I printed ID of A. Okay. B I assigned 5.4 and printed ID of B. Okay. So let's delete this part, remove now. I'm running it. You take first one is ID of A and second one is ID of B, but both have the same value. Are you getting? Okay, so let me do this in Python tutor. So will it give same? So are you getting the point? What I want to convey? Here A and B have same value, but IDs are different. So it is not necessary, it will give you always same ID. But yes, it is true that every variable has unique ID. You assign one number, it will have unique ID. But two different variable may have same or different. Anyway, so let me run this code here that I run in Jupyter. So let me write this here. Okay, so I'm running this now. That thing we have seen in Jupyter. Here, let's see. So first line A is 5.4, fine. Print A, ID A printed. B is 5.4, ID of B. Okay, so here it is printing same. Are you getting? Okay, okay. So in the Python tutor, they are assigning same, but in Jupyter we printed, so it gave the different. Okay, let me try in ideally. So why this confusion is there? Right, same program I copied and paste there. So here it is giving different IDs. Are you getting the point? And there it is giving same IDs. Okay, let me try in ideally what it gives.
So,
Yes.
सर बट वो तो इम्यूटेबल और ये हो जाएगा ना डेटा टाइप्स, तो सर फिर आईडी क्यों सेम रह रहा है?
Why? Immutable. This will see in next chapter, I think.
यस सर.
So this is the next chapter. That is. Let me write it here. One by one we have to print. So let me cancel it. Yeah. Enter. Okay. Let me. So id of a is this, and then yes, so it is also giving different. Are you getting point? So in ideally we are also getting, I'm doing the same thing, nothing different. 5.4, 5.4, and then it is giving different ID. So why Python tutor is giving same? I think okay. Let me do once again. Let's run. Do you want to change the number? Okay, let's make it 105. So next, A is 105.4, B is 105.4 ID. Yes, so I think in the Python, this they are taking this as according to the values, the same they are considering. So that will give you same answer, but there it is giving difference. Okay, I will check it. We'll discuss with other teacher. So why they are doing so? Okay, so I will get back to you. So let's back to the our PPT. Uh, so yes. Okay, so you can also try write this program. Everyone, are you able to see this? Everyone, write this program in your system, especially in Python tutor. I will also write this. So you write this, we will execute this. So you will learn only if you write. So everyone, look at this. I hope you can see this. I can zoom it. Yes. So everyone, type this in your pythontutor.com. There. So here I want edit this code and then remove it. Okay. So here you have to type this one. Def main and this. We'll check.
Could you please show that code again?
Yeah, yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. So let me just. Just wait for 1 minute and yes, you can type it. Done. So let me write it also. Okay, so let me write this also. So def main. Okay, so I hope everyone is done with typing this. Okay, so let me ask. Yes, Alexander. Are you there or absent? Alexander absent. Sahil Gupta. Yes, have you typed? Then you can share a screen. If you have typed this, so you can share a screen. First, you have to go to pythontutor.com. Then there you will see the website. Edit. There must be a code already. You just edit that. Okay. Yes, Rajendra, what is status? Have you typed it or not? So I can again help you if you have those who are left. You just go to this website, pythontutor.com, and then there you will see the code something, and below there will be, you will see this, edit this code, and then remove that old code, you write your own code. After writing the code, now we'll start visualize execution. So we will visualize this. Doing okay, do it. So you people are left behind. Sahil Gupta, absent. Shreya Sinha.
Yes, sir.
So have you typed this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can share screen.
So is my screen visible?
Yes. Okay, good. So try to see visualize execution. You click on visualize execution. Oh, something is wrong. Check space after if, you have to give a space after if. Yes, run now. Again, something is wrong. Check. Okay, so you just check it. I'm saying again. Sharing again. So you check where is the problem.
Okay, sir.
I mean, so I also have to see what I have typed is correct or not. But this is what I typed. But this is what in PPT. So check with the PPT. Is it the same? You just match it. Commas you have to take care. Like if you forget commas, then there are problems. So you just have to check for commas and all this.
So I typed the same. I don't know.
Okay, so let me run my code. What will happen? Those who have typed, you try to visualize whether it is working or not. So let me see mine. Yeah, it's fine to me. Check. So red is on the first line. Red means next line to execute. So check for this. This is correct. What I typed is fine. So check where is wrong. Somewhere you miss something. Otherwise, it will not do wrong. Check it is working for me. Yeah, check it and try to run it. It will run. So somewhere must be something wrong. And it's difficult to catch the mistake. But look carefully, you will find.
Sir, I have done. Should I share?
Okay, 1 minute. So, uh,
So it's running now.
okay, that's fine now then. Uh, okay, so who is the next one? I mean, who said?
Sir, I said.
Okay, Sahil, yeah. So,
Yes, sir.
okay, Sahil. Actually, I was asking for Sahil Gupta. You're Sahil Agarwal. Are you same?
No, sir, different.
Yeah, section L, registration number 28 at the end. Yeah, Sahil Gupta. So, Sahil Gupta, I think, is absent. Okay, Surya then is working fine. So, now Anuja,
Yes, sir.
have you done this code?
Sir, almost done.
So, do it completely. Okay, so, okay, what was wrong with that? Next is Anas Murad. Okay, Saubhagya Das, you have raised hand.
Yes, sir. So maybe because the Python this IDE is using some kind of so like it tries to minimize the space complexity. That's why every time we are trying to store a variable, the same value, it assigns the same ID to each and every one.
Hmm. So, you are talking about last question, right?
Sir, I tried to run that. So my A and B has the same ID for the value 5.
Okay, we were doing like A 5.4, B 5.4, right? So in that case, we expected the different IDs,
Yes, sir.
but it gave same. So what to
Yes.
do with to get different IDs?
Sir, until and unless we change the values, I think it will show the same ID.
Okay, no, actually, there is a. I
Sir,
asked my.
or we can give it a integer type, or we can specify the type explicitly. So maybe that can work. But in variable, I think it will always be the same ID.
No, it's not the case. Actually, let me see it. So one of my friend told me to that like there is something. This is in general like this is we have to change in default and something default in Python something like that they said. So let me check.
So,
Hmm.
sir, actually, I am searching on the net, and in the Stack Overflow, it's written because of the garbage collection running, breaking the cyclic reference. We are getting the same ID. It's like there is an example given. The ID of 1234 was like last three digits were 768, and ID of 4321 was also same because the like memory has been means there was no further reference for the integer value, but when we are again executing the same expression with the different integer literal, so the IDs are getting same because of that garbage collection.
Okay. So how to remove garbage?
So that process, it's not here given, sir. Like I have to search over the net, sir.
Okay, so actually, I think there is some setting in that in Pythontutor.com. I do not find where it is. So someone told me to change the setting to default Python and something. So I don't know where it is.
Yes, sir. There is also a case like regarding the C Python. In C Python, every value is like the IDs are getting same.
Mm-hmm. So okay, let us continue with this example. So I will check for this what is wrong in it. Currently, let's go for this example. What we were doing and continue that. Yeah. So we were doing this. So what is happening? You can see the program started with def main. Acha, you might have noticed this thing in last lecture also, right? We were doing debugging. So first they were executing this line, and after it, actually it checked the name main in the module, and then it comes to this, and then it will be back again here, and then it will go inside. If you have noticed in debugging, so let me run it. See, the first line it is def main, then second it is executing this line. If name, it is checking if name is main, finding that. Okay, so what is doing, Python makes a note of definition of function main in the global frame. Okay, and then actually on encountering the if statement, Python checks whether the name of the current module is main. Okay, so if this is true, so if this condition is true, then let's go next, and this will come to this point. So green arrow means line that just executed. Okay, and red is next line to execute. So if this if condition is correct, then what it do, the expression double underscore name equal to double equal to na, main, this evaluates as true and the function main gets invoked. So it is being executed means applied. So this main function is applied. So if you remove that two line, it will not run, right? So last two line is required when you use def main, or you can remove all three line. This you remove, or this two line you remove, it will still work. Okay, so to execute this main function, you have to write this. Okay, so let me write next. Then I will go next. So what will happen, statement in the main function are executed in sequence. So now it will after this, 1 minute. Okay, so it's executed directly, 1 minute. So I have to go line by line now. Next, 1 minute. So yeah, 1 minute. Let me check that here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, in the last line we defined the if name equal means. Sir, isn't it required only when we are defining our own libraries and not while we are defining a main?
If you write def main, then you have to write that line. If you don't write def main, then you don't have to write. Yes.
Sir, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Got it.
Still, it is giving same, na? But in ideally and somewhere it was given different. Okay, so I will check it. So, like someone suggested, may I ask them? So, someone suggested me to change the setting and all this you change and okay, I will discuss them. Let's back to this. Yeah, so we are doing this. So visualize execution. So next is this. So if we define this main function, then we have to write this two line. Otherwise, it is not required. Next, now it will run. See, so arrow is on this line. So this line is being executed. Second line, then third line. So check here. It is saying. So the statement in the main function are executing. Okay, in a sequence like line 2 first executed, so a has value what 5 you have given, which is integer, and next if I do, so it printed a and id of a. Okay, and line 3 what did in the line 2 actually it created int object 5. Okay, and int object is 5. Okay, it assigned to a, and object actually will use name in variable, they are same thing, so sometimes you say name same thing. So next what happening, so b is 3 plus 2. Okay, so actually b has also value 5 only. See here you can see b are also pointing to 5, that is integer. A is also pointing to 5, which is integer. So both are same actually, the a and b are assigned the same value. So that's why I think given the same here again you're, so in integer it will give you the same, like if you read the book they write the line. So this is not necessary, but for integer you will get same thing. But the question is like if you run this same thing in ideally, so suppose like this we checked for 5.4, but if you take the same value like I have taken here, so it will give you same answer. So just it is giving problem for or giving different value for float value. Okay, so let me continue running. So what happens? So it only associate the name b to the int object, right? And object 5 is created. So assigned to the same value, na? 5 was created already. And now a and b have what? Have the same object ID. Check, a and b have the same object ID. However, so the execution of line 6, okay? So line 6 is what? A is equal to 7 is associated with the name a. So actually we are updating value of a, right? So execute it, check now. So value of a is being updated. So now value of a is 5, which is integer. Sorry, a value of a is 7, which is integer, and b has value same 5. So you can see line by line execution how it is being executed. Okay. So if I go to previous, so went there. So it is a main function. Okay, then a has 5, B has also value 5. Printing B and ID of B both are same because both are assigned same value. Next, so A is updated by 7 and name B continues to be associated with int object 5. Okay, so B has the same value 5. So it is important to emphasize that different object IDs may be generated when a script is executed again. Okay, so they want to say what? What do you understand by this line? It is important to emphasize that different object IDs may be generated when a script is executed again. So if you run it again, it may change, but that will be unique. Okay, it may change. Maybe something new it may give. Oh, let me do it again. Okay, here it is same. So you just have to visualize it. Okay, how it is working. You just check line by line. And next, so what is happening? A are updated by 7, and now ID of A changed. Okay, because a value of A changed. Now, actually, you can check B has the same ID and same value. Yeah, so that's return type is C here. So return value is none. So it is returning nothing. So that's why.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I found something on Stack Overflow. Can I post it? Because
Okay.
yes, sir. So check in the chat box.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So first tell me what is mutable and immutable. Actually, we'll discuss in detail in next chapter. I mean, coming chapter in next others. So what is meaning of mutable and immutable? In English, what is the meaning of mutable
Sir,
word?
sir, I have no idea, sir.
Okay, no idea. So let me tell you. So mutable means what? If those who are good English, you tell me the Hindi meaning of mutable, which can be changed. Mutable means which can be changed, and immutable means you cannot change. So immutable object means those which cannot be changed. So immutable object don't have the same IDs. As a matter of the fact that this is not true for any type of object that you define separately. Every time you define an object in Python, you will create a new object with new identity. Okay, new object and new ID. Yeah. So, however, for the sake of optimization, there are some exceptions for small integers. Okay, and intern strings with a special length usually. Yeah, parivartanshil. Yeah, parivartan means those will get changed. This is mutable. Yeah, immutable you check it will be aparivartanshil, so which will not be changed. Okay, no problem.
Sir,
So
can you
yes,
excuse me, sir?
yes, yes.
Sir, can you tweak the code a little bit? I just want to show you something.
What do you want? You want me to delete the code?
No, sir. Sir, in your Python tutor, so can you jump to the Python tutor tab?
Yes.
And sir, can you remove that so that second last line
So
just before the main?
this, yes. Okay.
Sir, sir, are you sharing your screen? I am not able to see it.
Oh, so
Sir,
yes.
actually your screen is freeze, sir.
Yes, sir, your screen froze.
Okay, okay. Let me share again then. Yes, yes. Now you can see. I think.
Yes, sir. Sir, not clearly yet.
Sir, it still froze.
Oh, so I think something is wrong with the internet. Let me check.
Yes, sir, it is. It is visible now.
Okay, so I removed it. Yes. What do you want now?
Sir, indent the main to the like proper indentation for the main.
Okay, so where do you want to write it? You want to call
Yes,
here?
sir. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, remove that space. Yes, sir. Sir, now can we visualize the execution?
Okay. Yes, so we are calling actually main function. So that same thing is happening. So main is like we
Yes.
defined, and that's we are calling. Yeah. So same thing happening. Do you see any difference?
So the return value is in red.
Yes.
So that's the difference I'm getting.
So actually, everywhere you will not find this if line and all this. So this is just the way they have written.
Sir, actually, the same. Sir,
Mm-hmm.
hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, actually, the IDs value are same because of the same, like the value assigned, like A and B are having the same value, like 5 and 5. You can check it using that equality operator. They will be always giving the value true here in the Python tutor.
Mm-hmm. Acha, one thing you can notice it in the last time we run, it was ending with 104. So now it is ending with 176. So that's what it was saying that actually it was saying when you run a program again and again, so same variable may give you different IDs, but that will be unique for that time. Okay. So it is not that, it will not be changed. So last time it was this. Okay. And so this is also working fine. I think it will still work if you remove all this. So main function actually it is working like we defined main. Okay, that's why you run this, still it will work. Check 1 minute. So you have to indentation problem. Okay, so still you can also work like this if you want to work. So you may not define that main function, still it will work. There are different way of writing the code, right? So different books write in different way. Okay, so what is wrong here again? Yeah. So same thing happening. So let me run it again from beginning. A is 5, A ID of A, B is 5, B ID of B. So now again it changed. You can check. It is ending with 400. So number is not fixed. Like it will be unique, but it's not fixed. A and this and B and this. Yeah. So the purpose of the chapter is just to visualize it. Okay, so you can just visualize how code is working and all this. So you can do for other program also. We can do for other program also. Let us write other program. So first let me finish the PPT what they have given. So let's continue with the PPT. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay, so this was the first phase. So what we were trying, so it was saying that each object in Python is assigned to a unique identifier ID that can be accessed using the function ID. Then we visited this website. We tried this also, edit this code, and then we tried write this code, and then we visualize it. Okay, so check the same thing is showing here. So what we did, same thing is showing here. So when they run it, so first you know the meaning of this green line red line, the line just executed and the next line to execute, and then first so it will execute next. So here it is global frame main function. So here what we did, we removed that main, so that will not come now main function, right? So main is removed. If you write the main function, then it will come to main. Okay, so like we were visualizing this is given in the book. So book write in this way. I'm again saying like you write C programming, so the book like Python is this way. So to remove this, still it will work. So here a global frame is main. So main function is defined, it is a function. Then again main, this main is showing here. Then come to A, B, sorry, A and ID of A, B ID of B, then A updated, ID of A, B return value. Yeah, again it is red. I think that was also what one of you said. If you remove this line, it will still is red, and it is also red here. So the purpose of the chapter is to write the code. Just you see the visualization how it is going. Okay, so just you have to visualize it online. Okay, so come here. Yeah, so the first part done this. Second is this. What is saying? After clicking visualize execution, a print output box will appear at the right top, like you have seen already. This one, and next saying to start. I'm reading this whatever written. So to start visualization, we click next. So on encountering the main function definition, the global frame list the identifier main as shown in the figure. So like when you did it first time, it gave this. So you have also done it. I will ask your name. So I think everyone is doing also. You also do in the your system. You have written this code just to try to visualize it. So this, so next we clicked, it came here. So it is in the PPT. Just screenshot is taken. Okay. They have also done the same thing. The screenshot is taken in the book also, in the PPT also. Just they have pasted the screenshot of this. So this is the screenshot. Okay. That the program. Then next, so the red arrow mark the next line to be executed, and the green arrow mark the line just executed. Okay. So you see this. So will be executed is red line, and executed is green line. Next, what is saying? Now clicking next and execute the if statement. So line by line it is going fine. So first def main, then this main function it came. Now if statement is checking. So now clicking next, it executes the if statement. Clicking next again executes the call to the function main, and the visualizer shows the frame for main function. So shows the frame for main function here. Clicking next, it moves the next line pointer to line 2. So line 2 was this, a is equal to 5, and the execution shows the creation of int object 5. Yes, so a is 5, you can check inside main. Having name a, and later clicking next shows the output of the execution of line 3 in the print output box. Fine, so this is also we did. And next click execute line 4, and the name b is mapped into int object 5 created earlier. So a is 5, b is 5, so like it was here, right? So main we did. Next, so it came to if part, main part, then came to main, then a is equal to 5, printed a is equal to 5 ida, printed b. Okay, so that is being shown here. Okay, next. So clicking next execute line 6, resulting in a creation of new int object 7. Okay, so int object 7, it is mapping to a further clicks execute line 7 and 8. Line 7 8, these are print a, print b, and the output appears in the print box here, print output box. Now click shows a return value none associated with the function main, as it does not return any value. Okay, so yeah, we are not returning anything. Yeah, so I will check how many of you tried. Okay, so I think everyone tried this. Run it, run it. Yes. So the next one, I think Anas is absent. Sangram Kumar. Sangram, are you here? Sanjeevani.
So,
Yes, have you tried this?
yes, sir.
Okay, you can share a screen. Yes, execute it, visualize it. Okay, click next. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go next, next, and so on. A is 5, B 5, yeah. Actually, some different type of this, like what you are running. So same thing is mentioned in the PPT. So you can check. And when I run it, it is giving arrow. A is 5, A is 7. Have you noticed? Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
like see notice. So the same thing happened in the system where those who made the PPT actually. But in my system, if you notice, so let me show it. Yeah, thank you, Sanjeevani. So so when I executed, you check. It is not like A is equal to 5, B is equal to 5. It is not like change. No problem. It's just a way of writing. So if I take the screenshot, so same thing is mentioned in the PPT. See, is like C shared. Yeah. Okay. Anil Kumar, Anil, absent. Manish Raj, Mayank Sahu, Shivam Kumar. Okay, Sahil Agarwal.
Present, sir.
Because have you done this right?
Yes, I have done this.
Okay, I think so. You have done then fine. Okay, we'll move next to the PPT. So check. So now this we did. Now explanation. Okay. So explanation of the execution. For example one. So like we were doing that. This example one. So those every one of you tried. Okay, this code and then execution. So recall that when this program script is executed, Python makes a note of the definition of the function main in the global frame. So you noticed it. So you can note it here. Yeah, in global frame it make main. Next, on encountering the if statement, Python checks whether the name of the current module double underscore main double underscore. This being true, the expression double underscore name double underscore double equal to this in quotation double underscore main double evaluates as true. So name is main. So the function main get invoked. So invoked means like you can say applied or invited like that. So next, the statement in the main function are executed in sequence. So you have seen like one by one A, B, C, D. I mean A, B, and all this happened. So it happened main, then A, B, right? It happened in sequence. Yeah. So next, execution of line 2 creates an int object 5 and assign it the name A. The object has a unique object ID but have multiple names as the execution of the script proceeds. For example, execution of statement b is equal to 3 plus 2 in line 4 does not generate a new object, but the only associates the name b to the int object 5 created earlier. Now A and B have same object ID. However, execution of line 6 create an int object 7. So like line 7 was what? It just updated the value of A after 6. After 6 after 6 line. Okay. And the last line here is the name B continues to be associated with int object 5 created earlier. Yeah. So B has the same value. We updated A but not B. Yeah. Now object IDs for different data. So what we were trying now, so it is here. Check. So ideally they have done in ideally. Okay. So the general principle is expressed by saying that Python catches or interns Okay, so this you have to write. First, let's see what is written. So general principle is expressed by saying that Python caches or interns small integer objects, typically up to 100, for future use. Okay. The same may not hold for the other form of data. So in the ideally, they just type print ID of 2.4. So let me try also. So if I write print ID of 2.4. Okay. Again, let's print ID of 2.4 again. So are you getting? So it is producing different. But if you write this same thing twice in the Pythontutor.com, you will get the same IDs. Are you getting my point? So if I write same thing there, so they consider same thing. Here it is executes one by one actually. That's why it change every time. But there if you write, so like if I write this there twice. Okay, if you run it, so check. So it will give you same thing. So there's nothing wrong. I'm some getting the feeling of why happening that, why it is happening. Okay. So like Jupyter or ideally, and I will run again, it will change. Think of the point what I try to convey. So we just run at the same time. That's why it is giving same answer. Now I go back and I will run again. Now let me write edit this code. So it ended with 60. You just notice same thing coming again. So maybe we'll write it again something. Yeah, so it ended with 48. So same thing is happening there also. Actually, what happens when you run it at the same time, it will give you same answer. But there in Jupyter, this it execute one by one. So that's why it changes next time. Like it is also changing next time. If you noticed, last time I executed, it was ending with 60. It is ending with 48. So it changed. So same thing. There's nothing wrong where we were stuck. Okay. So this is nothing wrong in 92 and 32 because once you execute it end with 92, other way execute it 32. Same thing happens in online pythontutor.com also. You execute one time, then you go back again, you run, it will change. So the same thing, yeah.
सर
Yes.
सर अगर एक फाइल बना के फिर अगर आइडियली में रन करेंगे तो फिर तो आईडी सबका सेम आएगा ना
चेक करके देखो, मे बी यस.
यस सर
You try to do it, you just make yeah one file and then run it. Maybe they also execute line by line, so I think you have to see. Yeah, you can try. So okay, every time we are typing the same thing and it is producing different IDs. Okay. Note that the first three instructions created new objects. Sorry. Note that the first three instructions create new objects. However, subsequent instructions sometimes use the object created earlier. But you can check it. It repeats also. Like here, last one and the first one are same. You check. Last one and the first one. These two are same IDs. So sometimes it repeat, sometimes it differ. Now, just you have to understand it. So how it is working, we have to see the understand working of this. Okay, so next is what? Next saying it makes a name that is the association between the name and the object. Okay, so this is the next type. The del operator. There is a del operator. So what is the meaning of del operator? See. So if I write it here, so first try let's try in Jupyter. uh, check, like in the same question we were doing, I write del of a. So del of, you can remember like delete, okay. So but it's not exact, delete, it does what, it just makes the variable not defined. So now if I print a, see, if anyone has idea what will it give the output for the this last one? What do you expect the output for this? I write delete a, okay. A is 5.4 here, so here it will print id of a. So let me, with id of a, let me print a also, a comma id of a. You can write slash t. So if I run it, check. So a is 5.4, so it is printing a and id of a, fine. B, id of, so here id of b is only printing, so you want b, you can also write b comma slash t, okay. Yes, this, here I write delete a and then print a comma this. Same thing we can write here. So this is error for name a is not defined. So delete, do what? Del, do what? It makes the variable not defined due to del. Agar if I write here del b, delete b, run it, it will give two errors, a and b. So after this didn't execute it, didn't went next. So what is the point? The point is, so this is fine, this you can try. So the message of this ppt was just that same number can give different ids and different executions. Here we have a next operator, this is del operator, okay. So del operator is actually associated with the name and the object. So it makes what, makes the name undefined. So there may be the question, del operator does what, there are four options, okay. So it makes the name undefined. So say the same thing it is doing. So what is doing here, a is 5, b is 5 initially, and print id a id b. So it printed, now del a, okay. So del a, print a, so it is giving error, name a is not defined. But if you run for b, it is working. Del b, now you cannot print b also. So what is happening, the first statement creates an int object 5 and the binds it to name a, yes, first line. The second statement does not create a new object, it's a b only. Okay, so one thing you can notice here, here it created same id, okay. So what is this? So what you are saying, if you write in file, it will create same id. I think that's why, because we are running it together. See, we are running it together, so they are giving you same id, is it? If we run it differently, so let me do this experiment here. Okay, so a is what they've given, 5, b is 5. If I write print id of a comma id of b, so what do you see? But if I do like this, print id of a, yes, and the print id of b here is same. So it is just a problem for float only. So what do you get? Oh, 1 minute. My battery is getting low. Let me to connect to the charger. So notice the thing. You can interpret something. Okay. So what do you get? For the integer, it will not create much problem. But for the float, in the beginning, I also try to convey the same. For the float, it will create a problem. So because it is giving same IDs, because of being 5 is integer. But if you take the float, so same thing I do. Okay, let me do the same experiment for 5.4. A, B is 5.4 updated. I print this line. So what do you notice? Yeah, what do you notice? Are they same or different?
Different one.
Different, sir.
Different, because 5.4 is float. Okay. And in the last, what do you notice? Same. Why? Because 5 is integer. So for the int, it will give you the same ID. Int before 100, like in the book they write mostly. And for the float, it will give you different. Two variable you assign the same value, still they will give you different IDs in this ideally. But the problem was, in case of online, pythontutor.com, if you check there also they give the same value like we were doing. So okay, we have to sort it out. We'll check. Yeah, so come back to the PPT. So this I think you got. Everyone try to run this program. This is just 2 minutes it will take. Just do it before 2:30. Like we learn by doing. By looking you may not learn much, but if you do it, when you give pen to your hand, then you will learn more. So everyone type this. A is 5, B is 5, like I did here. You can do the same like I did here. So you also keep doing with me, then you will learn. Otherwise you will forget easily if you don't do then.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, could you please check a statement in your ideal? Actually, it's giving the same for mine. So, sir, one statement, could you please check?
Which one? Hmm?
Sir, can you switch to ideally?
Is it ideally? Yes, it is. Screen is visible or
Sir,
not?
actually, sir, it's finished. Like it's in the PPT itself.
Oh, what is wrong with it? Nothing is wrong. Can you see ideally?
Yes, sir. Sir, could you please one check A equal B? Like value, what the value?
A is equal B, yes. Then,
Sir, this much only, sir. What is giving?
yeah, it's a true because it is taking this value. Yeah. Okay, you
Yes,
may
sir.
you may check ID of A equal B, ID of B. So what do you expect? True or false?
Sir, it may give false, sir.
False.
It will give you false because you have the answer just above. Yeah. But in case of here, if you write the same thing, it will give you true because ID is same. So below this line, if you write IDA equal IDB, it will give you true. Because for the integer, they will give you same answer, same ID. But for the float, they will give you different. In ideally, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think everyone must have tried this. So let me ask one of two. So to check just. Yes, so it is Ritu Rajgupta. Your turn. Have you done?
Yes, sir. Just a minute, sir. I am typing itself.
Yes, yes. You
I,
can see the screen. Yeah.
one minute, sir. Yes, sir. Type, sir.
Okay, just share the screen here. Okay, so what is wrong showing? Del what? Okay, there was wrong. Okay.
Actually, I forget to give the specifier like the variable a, so that's why
Hmm.
it's giving invalid syntax. Like, and
Hmm.
another time I have done so.
Yeah, del A, then you print A, so it will give you error. Fine, fine, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So del just make the name undefined, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can stop sharing now.
Sir, shall I stop?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So next part. Yes. Visualize of del operator in Python tutor. So now come online, okay, there, pythontutor.com, and we'll check it. So what it does. So let me write here Python tutor. Yeah. So here we did the code, and we assign, suppose a is equal to 5, b is equal to 5. Let me write c is equal to 5.4, like we were doing. D is equal to 5.4, and we want, okay, print id. So let me print ids of id of a. So a, b, c, d. Yeah. Now let's delete a. Okay, then let's print a only. Just print a. Here I can print b also, so it will print b because b is not being deleted. So now del, suppose I see d, and let's print c, and let's print d. Yes. So what I did, we have taken four variables A, B, C, D, and assigned value 5 to A and B both, assigned value 5.4 to C and D both. We are printing ID of A, B, C, D. We use del operator for A, so we are making A undefined. Then we are printing A, and we are printing B, although B is defined here because B is not deleted. And del D we did, so we are making undefined D, and then printing C, so C will print and D will give error. Yeah, so let us execute it, visualize it. Fine, so we are on the first line. So next, so A is 5, B is also 5, C is 5.4 float, D is 5.4 float, ID of A, ID of B. So here you are saying same way answer, ID of C, ID of D. And since we are doing in online tutor, I mean Pythontutor.com, that's why C and D are giving same IDs. But if you do in IDLE or Jupyter, it will give you different for C and D. Next, delete A. So check here. I'm just going back. Yes. So A has assigned integer 5, B has assigned integer 5, C has assigned float 5.4, D has assigned float 5.4. Now we are on eighth line. Okay, we executed eighth line, now we will be executing ninth line. So what will happen when you do just next? See, A just removed from the global frame. Check. A just, when I run ninth line, A just get removed from the global frame. Okay, removed. Print A, it will give you what? So error you can see here. Name A is not defined. Okay, and now code will not run further. Nah, you got the error here, so code will not run further. So you are getting point. So just delete is doing what? Del is just removing A. Okay, making it not defined. Yeah. So what they want to convey here, A B print AD na? So del A printed, let's see what they have done. So Python keeps a count of the number of references to the object, to an object. So like count means like A and B both are assigned to 5. So there are two count for 5. When a statement del A is executed, it reduces the reference count of int object 5 from 2 to 1. You know? So in the beginning, int object 5 were assigned to two variables. So when we write del A, so the reference count reduces by 1 and removes the binding name A to the int object 5. So it removes int object 5. Thus, an attempt to access A now yields an error. So you cannot access A now because you have deleted A or you made it undefined. Del operator. Okay. Next. So next what is showing? While the program for calculating the percentage of the student in the subject. Okay. So next question is this. So everyone also try to execute it. So I will give time. Just you are seeing on the screen. Just you do this, or you can do this. What I did. Anyone you can do. You can do this one also. So what I did, just you write this. I will ask. So next is Rohan Verma.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so please type it and share screen.
Sir, I already typed. I can share the screen, sir.
Okay, yeah.
So is it visible?
Yes.
So, sir, I've typed this one.
Fine.
So here I'll get error, sir.
Yes, so A removed and then it will not execute further because A is not
Yes.
defined. Fine, fine. Thank
Yes.
you, Rohan. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So next we have what is next in the PPT? So next we have new program. So visualization of example 2. So this is example 2 in the Python tutor. So write a program for calculating the percentage of a student in a subject. So this program we already have done. Just here we want to visualize it, line by line in the Python tutor. So in the debugging we also were saying, so we were there interpreting the line and then we were checking for bug. Here just we are visualizing the program line by line. Yeah, so everyone type this code so you can see it. We have defined a function percentage. There are two inputs or arguments, marks and max marks. Percentage defined, marks upon max marks into 100. We are returning percentage, then def main. This hatch is just a comment and it will not be executed. To compute percentage, max marks is float input. We are taking input from user as max marks. Marks is also we are asking from user. Percentage we are calling that function percent or printing percentage. Then this is for executing main function. Yeah. So everyone type it please. So Arsdeep, you are here?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm just typing, sir.
Yes, yes. So next one is Rahul Chatterjee, Achal Nayak, Hansraj, Rahul Chakravarti, Abhijit Sahu, Komal Priya, Avipsa Sahu, Abhishek Boitai,
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Abhishek. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have you tried? Are you writing this?
The previous one or this one?
This one, you type this one.
Yes, sir. I'm typing now.
Okay. Suman Moore.
Half completed.
Okay, you're typing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ayush Agrawal.
Yes, sir.
Very
Doing it,
good.
sir.
Doing this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Abhisman Sarkar. Sarmila.
Yes, sir.
Doing this or done?
Sir, doing.
Okay. Prerna. Prerna Babbar. Okay. Suwani. Suwani, are you here? No. Neelam Kumari.
Yes, sir.
So have you done this code?
No, sir, doing.
Okay. Pranjal. Ruchi Singh. Rahul Kumar. Pritish Kumar Das. Elisa.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you done this?
Sir, I'm doing.
Okay, okay. Prayag. Ramakant. Pooja Panda. Yes Patnaik.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Aniket Kumar. B.S. Amalan Jyoti. Himanshu Kumar.
Sir, doing.
Okay. Mohammad Ajaz. Apurv.
Sir, doing.
Okay. Karina.
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Done. So you can share.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes. Abhipsa. Huh?
Yes, sir, my mic was not working at that time. I'm doing it now.
Okay, okay.
Sir, I am present and I am doing.
So why don't you speak? Okay. Yes. So you try to run it. Visualize it. Yes. So percentage. There your function. Percentage marks it. Max marks. Yeah. Next. Then main function executed. Yes. Then main. Yeah. Next, so you came inside main. Yes. So global frame are there two functions you define, you know? One is the user defined, that is percent, and one is the main function. We are taking two functions. And yes, so inside main, run it. So it will run now from 7. Yes. So max marks assigned to 30. And okay, so how you have entered it or how it is assigned?
Yes, I had previously entered it.
Okay, okay. Next. Okay, marks is 28. Then the output is total marks. Okay, you entered this. Wow. Next, so output is what? So then percent function executed, marks this. Yes, so percentage where? Run it. Yes. So now percentage came. So in the main function you has two variable, max marks and marks. Okay. You ask from user actually. In the percent, you are returning percent using that two arguments, marks and max marks. Yeah, that's fine. Run it. Next, what is showing? Return value this. So we are returning 93.33. Yeah. So okay. So it's a final. Run it more. What is saying? Yeah. So that came to the end. Return none. Okay. In the main actually it is returning none because in the percentage we're returning. So that's why yes. Next. So again starting from there. Yeah. Fine. So you can just visualize the program. Yeah. Thank you, Karina.
Okay, sir. Sir, can I stop sharing?
Yes.
Mm.
Mute. Karina, mute yourself. Yeah. Okay. Next one is Puskar Das. Sorry, Puskar Raj. Harsh Sinha.
Yes, sir.
Have done this?
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Doing or done?
Done, sir.
Okay, you can share screen then.
Yes, sir.
Okay, execute it. So next, yes. So function percent is there, then function main is there. There are two functions. Yeah. Next, you came to main. Yeah. So inside main you came. Then marks. So you also entered 30. Okay. Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then max marks is 30, marks is 25. So what is saying? Something is wrong. Something is wrong.
Yes, sir. Some error is showing.
So I think function you have to use here percent. So you have written percentage in bracket marks mark modules. So in the red line you are seeing. So you have to call the function you defined. So you have to call that function. So
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay,
yes,
sir.
in space of percentage you have to write percent in bracket marks that. So edit that code. You can do edit this code. Go to edit below edit this code. Yeah, now you can correct. So you have to rename it according to the function you defined. Percent t missed. Percent t you missed, I think. Yes. Yeah, go next now. Go next. Yeah. Okay, so enter 30. Okay, submit. Next. So percentage 83. Yes. Go next. So returning 83. Yes. and run next. So in the main function returning nothing, but in the percent function it will returning 83. Yeah. So again, that's fine. Okay. Okay, they will start again
Sir, is it
from.
okay, sir?
Yes, it is okay. Thank you, Hers. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, may I say?
Himansu. Okay, I think you have done. So everyone will do the same thing. Like two of you shared, Karina and this Hers shared. So all of you can do now. All of you can do similar way. Okay, so let me complete attendance now. So Rohit Narayan Sinha.
Yes,
Okay, have you done this?
doing, sir.
Oh, doing. Do it by today. Okay, you have 15 more minutes. In fact, 10 to 10 minutes only. So do it quickly. Ujjwal,
Yes, sir.
Anirban, Hansraj. So Ujjwal, have you done this?
Yes, sir, I've done it.
Okay, okay then. Yeah, Ravi Raj Yadav.
Yes, sir.
Done this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, Sejal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sejal. Absent. Sabyasachi,
Yes.
Monica, Soumya, Soumya Saurabh, Abdullah.
Yes, sir.
Done this? Have you done this
Yes, sir.
code?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can share the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Abdullah, anything wrong? So what is this, Rituraj?
Sir, actually, this is like why that was the same ID case. It's the official documentation of Python tutor.
Okay. Okay, so you can explain it briefly. So who will read? Okay. Avilifsa, are you here? Yeah, Abdullah, I think you have some trouble in sharing. Avilifsa absent. Aditya Narayan, Pratiksha Mahapatra, absent. Sadan Hassan, Satya, Subdarshi,
Sir, Saddam present, sir.
Sadan present. Done this question?
No, sir, doing.
Hmm. How many days you will take?
2 minutes, sir.
Okay. Satya Sudarshi absent. Prajit, Priyajit absent. Abhishek Panda.
Present, sir.
Okay, done this?
Sir, I've done, but mistakenly I've closed the tab, so all the data is
Okay, okay,
lost.
okay. So you do it again.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
Prasenjit Mahapatra,
Present, sir. Present, sir.
done?
Yes, sir. I'm done in laptop, but I am in front of mobile.
Okay, Harshvardhan,
Yes, sir.
done?
So 5 minutes, sir.
Okay, Swastik Subudhi, Vivek Kumar, Sumit
Yes, sir.
Kumar, Vivek present?
Yes, sir.
Done this code?
Yes, sir. I'm writing.
Write it. From last 10 minutes I'm saying the same thing. Write it. Sumit Kumar, you write in pythontutor.com there. Sumit is absent. Somendra absent. Ujjwal Das, Ayushman, Basant.
Yes, sir.
Done this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sasank Kumar, Cecil, Swapnasri.
Yes, sir.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Swayam Sarthak, Kriti.
Yes, sir.
Done this code?
Yes, sir.
Aniket Das, Saubhagya Shankar.
Yes, sir.
Done this question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Akash Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Done this question?
Doing, sir.
Do it, do it. Rishi Kumar Jha.
Yes, sir.
Done this question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Snigdha,
Yes, sir.
Amitav, Aditya.
Present, sir.
Okay. Snigdha, have you done this question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Aditya Singh, have you done?
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. Abhishek Misra, Ishan Raj, and Lipsita Jena.
Yes, sir.
Done this question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Aditya Kumar, Madhusmita, Ayush, Madhumukhi.
Present, sir.
Who? Ayush Senapati.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why do you come so rarely? I mean, you are absent throughout. Just one day present in my class. Pankaj Kumar, have you done this question? Ayush? Are you? आयुष,
Sir, doing, sir.
अरे भाई तुम लोग क्या करते हो? ये कोड स्क्रीन पे है, जो देख के टाइप करना है. Go on pythontutor.com. There will be code already. Edit this code and then write this one. And then see how it is working. Madhumukhi, Pankaj, Sandeep Singh.
Present, sir.
Yes, sir.
Pankaj is present, Sandeep is present. Both have done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kumar Chandrasekhar, Sumit Kumar Thakur, Tanmay Singh, Aditya Gupta, Maniket Nayak, Abhishek Sahu, Anurag Albert.
Yes, sir.
Done this question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Saurabh Kumar, Vaishnavi Thakur, Ashwani Kumar, Subhajit Kar, Sangram Kesari, Shivam Singh, Priyambada Sahu.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Bujit present.
Priyambada present?
Yes, sir.
Have you done this question?
So I'm doing.
Okay, yeah. Who else? Who was saying?
Sir, Subhajit, present.
Subhojit. Have you done this question?
Yes, sir.
Do you share screen?
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
you are forget my name while you are taking the attendance.
What is your name?
Sir, Ankita Singh, Section L.
Ankita Singh, I called, I think. Section L. You were Ankita Singh. Yes, I called the name. And I got it absent. Yes. So you are present, Ankita?
Yes, sir.
Have you done this code?
Yes, sir.
So share screen. Yeah. So both of you, one by one. Ankita and this Subhajit, I think. Yeah, present the screen, Subhajit.
Yes, sir. I'm trying, sir.
Okay, trying. Yeah. So you try. Till then, Ankita, you share screen.
सर एक्चुअली मैंने लैपटॉप ऑफ कर दिया मैं ऑन कर रही हूँ सर एक मिनट
अच्छा. Okay. So visualization you can make easily. So from next class, I will continue from here. Yeah. Let's see. So this till 26, the same file is going. Yeah. So till 27 slide, same thing is going. What you have seen already. Those who shared on that. So example 2 you can simply visualize, and then we'll be back to the next class. We'll start with the namespace, and by the next class it will be finished. Okay, this chapter over also. Namespace I will start. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Visualization is done for today. Yeah, 1 minute. So are you sharing anyone? I have not seen. I think Subhajit were sharing. He has also problem. Ankita has also problem. Both has problem. Okay, you can do it by your own. Thank you for today. We'll meet in next class.
Sir, what you have said just now, could you please repeat? Your voice was breaking.
Yeah, actually, I was looking at the slide. So I said visualization part we have done today, visualization of a program. So next class we'll start with the topic namespace and scope, and that will be finished by next class. So this chapter will over by next class.
Yes, sir.
So there's nothing much more difficult thing in that. Just you write the program, visualize it. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
sir, I have also done, sir, the one which you told.
Okay, Arshdeep. I think yeah, you all can do easily. All of you can do. So you just write the code, visualize it. Okay. And now time is already passed, so we'll meet in next class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Yeah.